Yes, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. How we all doing? I hope you're all doing well on this fine Friday morning. It is the press conference review. We're going to do it live. Obviously, Pep is going to start speaking any moment now about our game with Wolves away tomorrow. I'm going to it. I'm traveling over to Molyneux tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to it. But we're going to get some updates on the squad, injury situations. Pep should be speaking any moment. And the key points we're looking out for are the latest injury news on Bernardo and Stones, who replaces Rodri. Matheus Nunes is returning to Wolves. I did a preview with a Wolves fan. It'll be coming out today at about 3 o'clock. He gave us some interesting information on Matheus Nunes. I didn't realize they took his loss or him leaving the club so sourly, if that makes sense, and then making it 7 from 7. So early news, De Bruyne remains out with injury. Rodri suspended. Mateo Kovacic and Jack Grealish back from injury. Bernardo and Stones have been injured. And Pep is set to give updates on that. So we're going to wait for all this information. Pep should be speaking any minute. How are we all doing? Recruit only, Cameron, Cavish, Don Trelius, or Dan Trelius, I should say. Smash a like on the stream if you would. It massively helps us here, helps more people find the channel, and subscribe if you are new to the community. On the road to 90k, I believe, is the next big goal. So you can help us out on that. Just smash a like. How are we all feeling about this game tomorrow? Obviously, we'll do a proper preview later on this evening, myself and Jordy Porty. Like I said, I have an opposition fan preview coming out with a Wolves guy, a guy from a Wolves channel, really nice guy, really good chat. So keep an eye out for that. Should be coming out, hopefully, like I said, about 3 o'clock. Do we think Phillips will be playing? I think we're about to find out a little bit about that. What do you guys think? Should Phillips play? I think it's a bit of a controversial one right now. Some people saying he's done. Some people saying, nah, give him another chance. But you know what? We'll have to see. Right, we're underway. Supposedly Pep has started talking. I'm going to give you guys the quotes. We'll have a chat about it. You guys give your thoughts. You know how this goes. So let's wait and get the first quote in from Pep Guardiola. Good afternoon. Hello and welcome to the coverage of Pep Guardiola's press conference this afternoon. We'll have every word from the boss from 1:30. Well, it's 1:33 and we're still waiting for words from the boss. So hurry up, Pep, man. Making us wait. How do you all feel about tomorrow's game? Looking forward to it? It's my first time going to Molyneux tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what it has to offer. Obviously, Wolves have been a tough team for us a little bit over the years. Remember the Project Restart year? They did the double over us. Adama Traore absolutely tore us to shreds. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But I'm feeling confident even with these injury issues. So let's get these Pep quotes, man. Start speaking for me, please, Pep. I need to know who's injured, who's available. Time to hear from the manager. Time to hear from the manager, man. Just waiting to see what he has to say. Yeah, smash a like. Smash a like. Muriel Hugh, you cheeky little devil. I'm not a cheeky devil. I'm just here to see what my manager has to say. Keep Phillips as far away. Yeah, it's one of those ones, man. Some people are saying he's done. Some people are saying Phillips shouldn't play for us. But, you know, we're about to find out, I suppose, aren't we? Hope Liverpool drop points soon. Liverpool look good, man. Liverpool look really good. But hopefully Big Ange, just Tottenham, can do something for us. Here we go. Pep should be speaking now. Yeah, he's talking now. All right. Is the press conference? No, the press conference is literally happening right now. So as the quotes come in, it's almost like we're in the press conference without being in the press conference because we're getting the quotes. We're getting the quotes, but you know, your boy don't get access to these kind of things properly. Maybe someday. So we're looking at, like I said, for injury news. The Calvin Phillips one. Who's going to replace Rodri? Who's going to play number 6 with the Rodri suspension? Will it be Phillips? Will it be Nunes? The Nunes one's funny. Like I said, we got a preview coming out with the Wolves guy at 3. and he says they're not happy with Mateus Nunes and Wolves right now because remember when he signed for us, he was like skipping Wolves training and that. He was skipping training to try and force a move. And for us as City fans, we're like, yeah, that's sick. We love when players force their way to come and join City. But if it happens to you, of course, you're going to be a bit like, oh, it's sour. Right, here we go. Team news. Stone's progress. Pep says he's better. He feels good. Training alone. Today is Friday. Maybe next week or after Leipzig. It is what it is. Sounding very mank there, Pep, isn't he? It is what it is. It's a pity, but if you are not, you are not, whatever that means, have to find a solution. The players want to come back, recover, and come back. We have training. I think John is still not ready. Kevin is not ready. I think the rest is fine. I don't know about Bernardo. So he's kind of keeping his cards close to his chest regarding Bernardo there, isn't he? He says, I don't know about Bernardo. Of course he knows about Bernardo, whether he's fit or not. But Stones is now training alone. So the likelihood is, or pretty guaranteed, John Stones will not feature in even the matchday squad tomorrow afternoon. Pep's expectations versus Wolves. The game was good versus Newcastle. We played good first half. They couldn't accept the rhythm. It's football. You win games and lose games. We were disappointed, but focus on the next one. I don't know what that has to do with the Wolves game. He's talking about the Carabao Cup exit, I suppose. But do you guys think Pep was arsed about losing out in the Carabao Cup? We're going to find out, hopefully, a bit about Doku very shortly. Do you guys think Pep was arsed about the Carabao Cup? On the Big Six last night, I said I didn't really care. I don't think Pep really cared because of, fixture congestion. Our first Carabao Cup, or our next Carabao Cup game, should we have progressed, was due to be the day before our first Club World Cup game. So would we have had to field two different squads? Like one team travels to Saudi and one team stays in the UK to play the Carabao Cup game. Personally, I don't think Pep is too bothered about the Carabao Cup, but that's up for debate. You guys can make your own mind up on that one. So yeah, and Nunes. You think Nunes will start? The word is from the Wolves fan I spoke to. He's expecting it to be a hostile environment for Nunes tomorrow. New signings settling in. More than impressed with the new ones playing at a high level. Some of them need a year. The other ones can click. And here we go. Grealish versus Doku. This is a big one. Apparently he's been asked about Grealish versus Doku. This is a big one that a lot of you guys are engaging in right now. He said Jeremy can play on the right. Who's going to play more is who's going to play better. Phil can play on the left too. The guy who performs well and feels better has a good chance. So he's really not giving anything away on who he prefers to go with right now. But he's kind of alluding to what I've been saying to you guys all along. You can appreciate two players, but I think if we're being totally real, guys, Doku has hit the ground running. You guys know I'm a big Jack Grealish fan, but Doku has hit the ground running, and it's hard to overlook Doku right now when he's playing the way he is. But that's not to say Grealish can't refine form and make a push for the shirt, make a push for his position. But it's hard not to be impressed by Jeremy Doku when he's really refreshing. So I'm sure Pep is really, really happy with Doku, and it's a good thing. Is Wolves an easy game? Pep was asked. Normally all the games are easy. Normally all the games are easy, he says. If we don't win the Premier League by December, it's a disaster. Incredible respect for Wolves. The quality they have. The guys up front, the manager did incredible at Bournemouth. Against Brighton, the chances they missed. Against Liverpool, they have chances. The quality is there. Hopefully we can respond these 3 games before the international break. So he's kind of shown respect to Wolves there, which I think is the right thing to do. If we don't win the Premier League by December, it's disaster. I don't think that's true, Pep. None of us are expecting / demanding you to win the Premier League by December. But even though Wolves have had a tough, they've only won 1 game this season against Everton, they still played some good football. Like if you watch them against Liverpool, Liverpool were there for the taking. They easily could have got something that day against Liverpool. Is it a chance to experiment? He was asked. No, we try to do similar things in the season. It was not bad, and that's a good thing for me. I do not want Pep Guardiola to be experimenting at all. We do not need experiments, man. Experiments FC, forget that, Pep. Rodri, difficult to replace. This is a big one, champ. This is a big one. Smash a like, by the way. 160 of you in the building. Please smash a like on the stream. Massively helps us. Is Rodri difficult to replace? He was asked. He said, just for the amount of minutes he plays, it's not easy. He's out. We find another quality. The skills he hasn't, we use for the benefit of the team. Just for the amount of minutes he plays, it's not easy. He's out. We find another quality. The skills he hasn't, we use for the benefit of the team. Not really sure what he means, if I'm being totally honest. I'm not altogether. I think he's saying, yeah, Rodri is difficult to replace. But, oh, here we go. Calvin Phillips. I know you lot were waiting for this one. Calvin Phillips. Right, let's see what he's saying on Big Calvin. He has a chance like the other ones. He's part of the group, an incredible contribution when he doesn't play. I don't have any complaints. Sometimes we look for something specific. If another team has the skills, Calvin is perfect one if the game is everything with the details he struggles more. Newcastle was tough. He was there, his physicality. He helped us to win against Forest. He played, like 10 minutes against Forest? He's really not giving great signs about Calvin Phillips. He's putting more emphasis on how great Calvin Phillips is in the dressing room, essentially, by saying off the pitch, you know what I mean? He's part of the group, an incredible contribution when he doesn't play, which is pretty well most of the time. Calvin is a perfect one if the game is everything. Basically saying Calvin's perfect to bring on if the game is won. Pep, he don't have much trust. He don't have much trust in Calvin Phillips by the looks of it. And that's all from Pep. That's all from Pep. He didn't say much, but this Calvin one, it's am I reading into it too much? It doesn't seem like he has much trust. And I'm getting the vibes he's not going to start tomorrow off this quote. I don't think he's going to start. Chapman, am I reading into it too much? Or are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Please tell me what you think about that Calvin quote. I'm not sure. I think if Calvin was going to start tomorrow, and Pep was certain of it and was confident in it, he'd be saying Calvin will play tomorrow, or I'm really happy with Calvin. Instead, he's saying even when he's not playing, he's great. If Bernardo is ready, he has to play. But he gave no update on Bernardo. I have a feeling Bernardo's fit, and Pep's just not letting us know. I think Bernardo could feature, but Pep's just not trying to give away too much, if that makes sense. He's just being nice, says Sam Martin. I kind of get those vibes. Sam. I do. I get the feeling Pep's just trying to be friendly about a guy he doesn't really trust, but it says Bernardo's out. Did I miss that? Because from what I read, he says, I don't know, is Bernardo fit? Yeah, he said, I don't know about Bernardo. We have training. I think John is still not ready. Kevin is not ready. I think the rest is fine. I don't know about Bernardo. Let me go on City Extra's Twitter and see is there any more, because that was Joe Bray from Manchester Evening News. He's pretty good with the quick updates. He has a chance. So he was sorry. City Extra's kind of giving more context here. To be fair, big up Freddie on the City Extra. When he was asked about Calvin Phillips, the question was, has he got a chance to start? And then Pep says he has a chance like the other ones. He's not saying he's going to be my number 6 while Rodri's out. But it's it's not looking good for Calvin. Pep Guardiola and Rodri being difficult to replace. Yeah, it is. It ain't looking good. No, he's out. The Bernardo one. City Extra said Bernardo's out. Did they? See, City Extra are accumulating more than one, I think. I'm just reading Joe Bray. Bernardo Silva remains ruled out, confirms Pep Guardiola. John Stones remains ruled out. Okay, there we go. Joe Bray didn't say that in his Manchester Evening News report. Tommy Doyle will not be eligible to play against Man City this weekend, as he is technically on loan at Wolves. That's interesting. We won't see Tommy Doyle. I would have liked to have seen Tommy Doyle play against us, but it is what it is. So Bernardo's out, Stones is out, De Bruyne is out. That seems to be it injury-wise. And the big one we were all looking out for, yeah, I saw it now, Sam. Thanks. The big one we were all looking out for was who's going to play instead of Rodri with the suspension. Jack, do you think if Phillips was going to play, or if Phillips is starting, Pep would have said it? And Pep would have said something like, he's our backup number 6. Rodri's not here. He's going to play. Or is he playing his cards close to his chest and just trying to give nothing away? Or is it going to be Kovacic or Nunez or both? Man, I get the feeling Phillips ain't going to play, Yeah, Sam, I'm with you, man. Yeah, MCFC on top says, yeah, he would. I get the feeling that Phillips isn't going to play. I really do. I think I get the vibe now, and maybe this was a tipping point for me. Pep's playing mind games. Pep never gives anything away. I get the feeling Pep doesn't trust them for the Premier League. I get the feeling Pep just doesn't trust them, man. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Phillips is in the bin. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Like I said, I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll do a vlog for you lot. So I'll give you all my live reactions to the team news via the blog. I should hopefully have fan cams as well. Outside Molyneux, as long as the staff at Molyneux are cool with that and they're not going to be on my case. And I will ask the fans tomorrow after the game their thoughts on Calvin Phillips, because I would think he'll feature, wouldn't he? Maybe not start. I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it before the official preview tonight with Jordan. Yeah, Hads, I'm the same as you, man. I want Phillips to play so we can finally end the debate. Yeah, there'll be fan cams. There should be fan cams. I'm bringing all the equipment with me, so as long as there's no issues with bringing it into the stadium, I should have fan cams. But I'm the same as you, Hads. I want Phillips to play in the Premier League with our strongest available team tomorrow, so we can just get a proper, actual look at him and say after the game, right, he was able to or he wasn't able to. Simple as. Because he's only getting 10 minutes here or there. He's playing Carabao Cup games with our B team. So you could argue it's not a fair representation or a full or enough body of work to analyze. Tomorrow against Wolves, I want them to play so we can look at them in the Premier League, starting the game with Foden, with Alvarez, with Haaland, with all these Doku, whoever, and we can say after the game, yes or no. Calvin looks like he can do it with our best players in the league, or he can't. That's what I want to see. Period. So yeah, that's kind of it, I suppose, really, with the press conference. Really short one. There obviously is always an embargoed section which comes out this evening. It's usually like 10, half 10 it comes out, but let's see, is there anything else on City Extra's Twitter? What do you guys think? The Calvin one is obviously the biggest talking point right now. Are you guys nervous for the game? I'm nervous about all away games, man. I'm so confident going to every game in the Etihad. But when I travel to away games, it just, those away game nerves kick in, man. They do kick in. Discord's down, by the way, for me, man. Yes, Tyrone Douglas. Calvin's not good enough, says Ian. I understand people saying that. We've seen enough. He's not it. I think tomorrow, if he starts, the debate should be put to bed after. I think his time is up at City anyway. I think he's going to be gone in the next 12 months. Yeah, I agree, Sam. I think we should beat Wolves. I think we will beat Wolves. They've only won one game this season, Wolves. 1-0 to Everton, I think it was. But they've still got some good players. That is it Huang He-chan. He's a good player. I saw him. Cunha's a decent player. Neto's on fire this season. So they do have some good players. But we're Man City. We're the treble winners, man. Let me sniff your hat. Stay away from my hat, Finn. Thoughts on Grealish? He's not been good this season. I know he's just back from an injury. He was out for a little while there, but before the injury and then since he's come back, he's not been good. And Jeremy Doku has been absolutely slamming it. And I do want to make it clear and reiterate the point that I've made a lot, which is you can appreciate two at once. And just because you say you like one doesn't mean you're slamming the other. But if we're just talking about Grealish in isolation, he's definitely got to up his levels on what we've seen so far this season. I definitely want some more GNA from Jack Grealish. If Jeremy Doku is going to score goals, Jack Grealish, man, you got to score some goals. Neto's a baller. Neto is that guy right now, man. Neto's a really, really good player. But yeah, the Jack Grealish one, it's going to be interesting to see which one Pep picks in the big games. Yes, new member. BH became a YouTube channel member. That's sick, BH. Big up you, my guy. Welcome to the community. I believe you can join the Discord in the community tab if you want to join our Discord server. And you can also join the call-in shows. We'll do a call-in show. What day is today? Friday. We might do a call-in show Tuesday or Wednesday. And if you want to come and have your say on the weekend in the Champions League and that, you are more than welcome. Big up BH, man. And if you want to join the Xtra Club, the community link is down below. Iptris, Hugh, yes, Iptris. Maybe centrally. Yeah, look, the thing with Grealish is, like, I do like him, and I think he was really good last season. And I still think the big games where we won't have the same levels of possession that we do generally, like Liverpool, big Champions League games. Who else is there? Maybe Tottenham nowadays, because they're playing very front-footed football. I could see Grealish being favoured because of his ball retention, but in games where we just totally dominate possession, and we're all over the opposition on a low block, I can see him going with Doku, because Doku will have the freedom to kind of do his thing. I wanted Neto at City. He cannot just be passing the ball back and sideways all the time. It's not enough. I know what you mean, Iptris. It's one of those ones, like, but Pep clearly likes it. Pep clearly likes it because he was getting picked non-stop last season. But the way I look at it is, I want this Grealish and Doku situation to be the same way Ederson and Ortega was. Obviously, not to the extent where one of them's not playing all the time, but I want, when we brought in Stefan Ortega, Ederson improved almost immediately. Ederson got better immediately because there was that healthy competition there. Like, Ederson, he was comfortable in his shirt for a long time, Ederson. There was no one going to take it off him. And then you brought in good competition for him in Ortega. All of a sudden, Ederson does improve massively. So I want the Doku thing to be like that for Jack Grealish. I want Doku coming in and being as good as he is now straight away to put a rocket up Grealish's arse, essentially, and say, I need to improve. And healthy competition is only going to benefit us as a club and as a team in our pursuit of success, because you don't want players getting complacent and comfortable in their positions, do you? Pep told Stones will return after or before Leipzig. Yeah, Stones coming back will be huge. Stones coming back will be absolutely huge, because we've missed him. We have missed him. When Grealish has a ball, ain't going to do anything. Doku's unpredictable. I know. Trust me, chat. I understand fully what you guys are saying, and I don't disagree. My hope is just that everything we're saying about Doku, which is fully true. Doku's a bad man. I love Doku so far. It just kicks Grealish. It just rubs Grealish the wrong way, and I hope it makes him angry and more aggressive and more creative. Because right now, Doku is a creative outlet at a time where we have no De Bruyne. Foden's kind of settling into midfield. Alvarez, he's smashing it, but he's still relatively new to midfield. Kovacic isn't really creative. You need players to stand up and be creative. And Doku's doing that. You don't know what Doku's going to do every time he gets the ball. It's exciting. I can't lie. It is, like, as someone who goes to pretty well all the games, like, I've been at all the games Doku's played, bar Newcastle the other day. It's exciting when you're in the stands, and I'm sure it's exciting for any of you guys to watch at home to see this guy getting the ball and you're going, what's he going to do? But when Grealish gets the ball, you know what he's going to do. I do like Jack Grealish, and I fully appreciate what he offers, but as a fan, you want to be entertained. You do. And he's fucking entertaining, man. He's really entertaining. And this is a good point, man. Basically takes more risks. Yeah, he does, but we know Pep doesn't actually like risks that much, does he? Pep doesn't want someone to constantly take risks. I know we feel that Pep put the shackles on Jack Grealish when he arrived, but he is going to somewhat put shackles on Doku. Hopefully not to the same extent, because Doku's biggest asset is his unpredictability, but he's not going to allow Doku to just go boom every single time he gets the ball. He won't do that. But yeah, Stones over Calvin Phillips and CDM. I agree. What do you think after Stones' return? Will Pep go again with 3-2-4-2, or will he change? And do you think Stones' place is in danger? 3-2-4-1. Yeah, I know what you meant, Bibash. I don't know. It's an interesting one because the defense is doing really well right now, isn't it? The defense is quite solid. Maybe offers more versatility with Kyle Walker. Akanji. I don't know. It's one that we'll have to watch. But I think if you can get Stones into the team, you got to find a way, because he's really good. It's going to take him a while to get back into his rhythm, though, isn't it? Yeah, Peppo is evolved the system exactly, Elder. But yeah, listen, that's kind of it for the press conference. We got our injury updates. Stones and Bernardo unavailable. De Bruyne obviously unavailable. Calvin Phillips, he didn't give us much to work with there, but it doesn't seem like he trusts him. But listen, I appreciate all of you coming in and chatting to me about this press conference. There's still nearly 200 in the building. So if you do me a massive favor and just hit a like on the stream, subscribe if you're new around here. Big up BH again for becoming a channel member. There will be an opposition fan preview with Talking Wolves coming out in about an hour. It's a really good preview. He talks to us, like I said, about Mateus Nunes and the season so far for Wolves. So keep an eye on the channel for the opposition fan preview. It's about a 15-minute video, so it's not too long, and it's easy to digest. And tonight there'll be a full preview, myself and Jordy Porty when he's back, and to do our own predicted 11, score predictions, full thoughts on the game, and we'll have a proper chat about it again. So do join us for that one as well. But yeah, like I said, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and watch that opposition preview. I want to see what you guys think. So, Nabitsky.
Bye.